Hello, and welcome to the Move, Breathe and Flow class, live class, every weekday, 12:45 for now and next week, this week and next week. This one's for adults or for kids who think that they're grown up enough, as long as there's parental supervision, of course, but all the movements are safe to do. My name's Rory. I'm Rory Lemonade Osteopath, and I hope you've had time to watch my online workshop that's free on YouTube at the moment. If not, then please take the time to have a look at this because it will make more sense. And the theory really informs the practice behind it. And so, if you're looking to maintain any kind of to maintain your health at all with it, then knowing some more theory is going to really help to boost that process. So, as with the Alien Disco workout that's at 12 every weekday too, please make sure you have enough space around you to move, swing your arms a bit. We're going to be doing a tiny bit of jumping as well, but it's not really too far up. Just careful of corners and sharp things and beings of any kind. So it starts off and is mainly gentle, and it can be as vigorous as you like it to be. So always go with how you feel. This routine is a simple taster of what's possible with lymphatic health exercise techniques, and most of the movements are known in other forms of movement practice anyway. So I'll say this many times, it doesn't aim, these movements don't aim to address aches, pains or fatigue or issues with relaxation or sleep. This takes consultation to look at these symptoms, and holistic health analysis is also very useful to work out what's going on in your life if you are concerned about anything. It would be interesting to know if or how you feel after the initial effects of doing this class, or if you're doing it accumulatively, following along, then that would be great to know too. Yeah, please feedback that back to me at any point, via message or comments. One thing to bear in mind always with movement is with breathing, with the movements, is to slow it down as possible, as slow as possible, and you're breathing through the nose, keeping the mouth shut at all times, unless you're talking, chewing, or laughing. So this will help to breathe more relaxed, get more metabolic balance going on in the body with the CO2 and O2 levels, and it allows you to not actually get out of breath so much. So yes, breathing through the nose, down into the belly, and slow it down to a comfortable slow rate. And don't do anything that doesn't feel good. So when I'm talking about that, I mean movement. If there's any movements that aggravate anything that you feel uncomfortable with, then stay in a smaller range of motion. So without further ado, let's move, breathe and flow. So first of all, let's just tap our bodies around here. Let's give some nice vibration. Massage can get to the muscles quite nicely, pressing into them, but it only goes so far. Vibration travels a lot more through, all the way to the back and through all lot cells, and tapping onto the bone really helps to get the metabolic actions happening better as well. So tapping is very useful. In most situations, let's tap the belly, rub the belly, and tap on the lower ribs. You can use either heavy, short, straight fingers, or you can do really loose, heavy wrists. But it's always doing things relaxed. Do it relaxed. Down the sides of the hips here, onto the gluteals, leaning backwards, switches them off so you can get right into the belly there. And then forwards goes, the gravity tightens the muscles up, which means that we can really get into the tenderness parts of the muscle. So yeah, tighter parts of the muscle and then looser parts of the muscle make a difference as to what you're affecting with the vibration. So tapping into the feet, tapping along everywhere. Do what feels good. Tap, 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 tap. Bit of the head. Face, jaw, And heavy, strong fingers there, but relaxed, loose wrists. Let's shake off our hands now. So nice relaxed wrists. We get into a more sort of rhythmic state here. Rhythm really helps us to feel feel safe and regulated, and so that's why rhythm is really good to get into and moving, getting blood flow and lymph flow going. Helps our nervous system calm down too. So nice bit of bobbing through the knees, shaking off. Imagine you're shaking water off, so really loose. Same for the feet there. You can do short, sharp shock. Relaxed arms, just letting them all go, or you can do really soft and long and slow. It's all up to how it feels to you. Now we're getting into the more bobbing side of things, so we're going to catch ourselves and come back up, so we're creating quite a nice rhythm again, and this gets a nice vibration all the way up the spine as well, as long as you're keeping your shoulders relaxed as well. Just switch every muscle off you don't need to be using. Then we're going to come back to the breath, so breathing in slowly. Don't let it rush out too far. It's about getting airflow going and long and slow, but not rushing the air too much. And all the while, once you get into a rhythm of this, when you're following along, if you already know the movements, then go straight to the breath once you've got into your motion. And we can do humming as well, which will create a bit more nitric oxide that is created in the nasal cavities, which will help to bronchodilate, which opens up our lungs, gets more airflow going on. It helps to balance our blood metabolism, and it also is antibacterial, antiviral as well. So do bear that in mind. It's quite useful to breathe through the nose and hum as you come out. It's also very meditative. Creates mindfulness a bit more if you need that process to happen. And then don't let yourself breathe in too fast. Alternate version, actually, we can unlock and lock our knees a little bit. Okay, so it gets the juices flowing a bit there, which is a good sign of the moisture getting everywhere, and flow, and also the nervous system is relaxing and creating mucuses, which is great. So next we have we've woken up the body with vibration. We're going to drop into a standing meditation, which means just to drop down through. We're going to have we've got our knees locked, and we just slightly unlock them, really just a tiny bit, just to drop and give space for the pelvis to move a bit. And then we're going to roll the shoulders up, back round, and then relax them down, and let the arms just hang nice and relaxed. Breathing in, and that just creates the spine to lengthen a bit and straighten. And then breathing out, and just let the head and the chin just drop slightly. It opens up the joints in the back by millimeters is enough to just create space in the joints there, breathing in. And out. Go in your own rhythm of breathing, but slow it down as much as you can. This is where you start to notice things in your body, flow going on in your body. Helps you to be mindful, calms things down. Next, we are going to do a movement whilst doing that pose. So just dropping down. We're going to put the breath in and then out. Sinking down. It's a full body relaxation. Breathing in. And it's a full body relaxation. Breathing out. Standing slowly up, breathing in. And out. You either have your eyes open or closed, depending on which one makes you more mindful. Keep the shoulders relaxed. I did about 6 rounds of this. I really noticed a difference, really relaxing. It's very quick to kick in relaxation chemicals if you're dealing with acute stress at this time. 90 seconds to 2 minutes of mindful breathing and moving can make a massive difference to your stress resilience throughout the day. Keep the shoulders relaxed. There's a little one where we drop down again and we're going to just breathing in and twisting through our back so our pelvis stays where it is roughly. Let the arms just hang. Any muscles you don't need to use, breathing out, then just relax them. It's easy to forget and just be holding ourselves for no reason. Breathing in. Breathing out. Go at your own rhythm and rate, breathing in as we twist away from the centre. And coming back with the breath out. Drop the muscles. Let go. One more time. And again. And out. Now we're going to do some pumping motion stuff, which is going to be great for getting that lymphatic flow going. So, first of all, I like to call it the ring the bell, which is where we just flick our arms up. They're not ours. Just flick the hands up, let them just drop back down and get into that bobbing motion again. And you can do this at any rhythm you like. So, I'm doing it this slow for the moment, but there's also short and fast. We could do long and slow, and anywhere in between. Find a rhythm that you like. Back to the breath. I'm humming just to show that I am breathing out this slow. Shame you can't hum to breathe in. It would sound a bit weird. That was a breath in, and again, once you start to control that slowness of the breath, it can actually mean that you can breathe too slowly and feel like you want to then breathe faster too quickly. So just find your rhythm and slow it down, but not so much that you end up wanting to gasp and breathe in quickly. So then you just speed it up a bit and make it wider. You know, there's different ways to look at the breathing, different parameters of breathing, which make every single breath as being very unique. And so, yeah, if you want more guidance on that, then just let me know. So there is, we're going to do some calf pumping now. So I'll just show you what that is. Calf pumping is where we're going to step up and get the maximum movement on our calves as possible. And it's about, there's two big massive lymphatic pumps in the calves. If we go towards a wall, and the more we stretch into the wall, the more we'll get the squeezing of the lymph and the blood flow moving. Don't push too hard with a pump. Come away if it's uncomfortable at all, and just walk backwards until it feels like a nice stretch. But it's about the pump, not the stretch. It's just stretching as much as maximising the stretch will get more flow going. You don't want to over pull into the joints too much, tendons. But this kind of fast stuff, you want to do like 30 seconds of pumping is enough to refresh. It's just little often with all this stuff. And so we can do the same off a wall. If you don't feel you're strong enough to do push-ups, you can do push-ups on the floor. But you can also just initiate the muscle tone. If you're feeling a bit like you're too weak to do push-ups, and you can take it nice and easy. Come right close to the wall. It's about getting that pumping into the muscles and the two big lymphatic pumps in the shoulders too. Okay, so let's do some nice wide shoulder pumps. We can go into more of a bouncing through the knees again whilst we do this. Alternate the arms crossing over. Really nice to get those shoulder blades gliding properly. And just loosening off the front and the back of the shoulder blade, stabilising muscles. And it's just a massive pump for the lymph around this area too. Back to the breath, so breathing in slowly. That was a breath out. That's a breath in. And that was a breath out. So also the other major lymphatic pump in the body, which is one of the biggest ones, is the diaphragm itself, connecting to the windpipe there. So, and around all the lower ribs, costal margin. And so when we're relaxed and even sleeping, the diaphragm's doing a lot of great lymphatic work for us. So bear that in mind too, it's very useful to breathe slow, long and deep. So let's do some spinal dances. Okay, these are the fun ones. This is a bit like Mr. Bean at the disco. So I'm going to drop down and just get the pelvic tilt rocking. If it's difficult to find these muscles to get it going, just put your hands on your hips and physically turn your pelvis so that your thumbs drop down and your fingers drop down. Keep it going, get your rhythm that you like. Don't push too hard. Go small if you've got stiffness or tightness. Go with what feels very easy. Even if it's tiny to big. And we're just dropping our chin down slightly, not tilting the head too much, but just get that flow going. C-shaped spine, S-shaped spine. So now we can add the shoulders. Nice and relaxed. Pump into the back, pump into the back, pump into the back. Relax. Breathing in slow, back to the breath. Breathing out. Obviously you can have music on if you want to do this, write it all down and have a go yourself. So disco hips. So we're unlocking and locking the knees. It's a really good, nice pump, draining the pelvis there. Reaching up. Just helps us stretch up and get the ribs opening up a bit more on one side and the other. And closing, opening and closing the ribs there. Breathing in slow, breathing out. Move those hands to the side, downwards. Play around with where your hands are in space. Go where is easy and comfortable, and push towards the boundaries of your range of motion and see what happens. See if it changes over time. Okay, so next one. The next spinal dance is the rotational one. So we're just going to kick up first of all, and we're going to turn over the knee that's coming up. Again, this is just getting a nice squeeze out of the back muscles there and the ribs. Twisting, relaxing. Don't push into anything too far. Just be in your comfort zone, but give yourself a nice squeeze out. Relaxed. Don't use any muscles you don't need to use, which will help more better drainage. Breathing in. And relax. Breathing out. Try different arm movements. Tap the toes in front of you now. Tap the toes on the front, reaching up. Bit of New York, New York. Okay, so let's do some star jumps. Mind the ceiling if you're very tall. There's also, if you don't feel like you can do star jumps, try doing star pumps instead. So we're going to come down and up and flap our arms. It's just getting those calves to work, getting the shoulders to pump. Major lymphatic pumps in the body. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Control it. But relaxed. Now let's do star jumps. Breathing in slowly. Mouth shut. And out. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out. See how you go with it. You can do it as long as you like. If you start to get out of breath, remember to come down. Keep the mouth shut, breathe through the nose slowly, and wait until you catch back up again. It's going to be better than trying to get as much air in as possible through the mouth. I'm having to do that because I'm talking so much. But breathing in and out. Spotty dogs. So we're going to alternate our calf pumping, legs, forwards and backwards, and get the arms going. Breathing in slow. Breathing out slow. Obviously it's going to speed up a bit as we get more and more running out of air. So breathing in, breathing out. And there's techniques to work on that help you to not get out of breath so much as well. So, super brain yoga squats, crossing a hand over, crossing a hand over. We're just going to be careful not to overdo it if you haven't done it before. It's just a strong fluid transition, flow. So we're breathing in as we drop down into a squat. Just drop down. It really helps to drain the brain, wake the body up, and really, really gets that lymphatic flow going. So putting the earlobes out and down. There's connective tissue that goes from the ears through to the sinuses to help open up the spaces there behind the eyes. Breathing in and see how one is if you haven't done it before. If that's fine, try 3. 3, and then notice how you feel afterwards. And you can really get in a very small space, you can really get your heart rate up and get fluid moving around the body. And it's great as a top up in times when you're feeling a bit tired. So let's warm down some arm swings. So keeping the eyes of the pelvis facing forwards as much as possible, and we're twisting through the back, letting the arms just relax. Relaxed muscles creates drainage. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Go at your own rhythm. You can do a bit longer and slower. If you drop down through your knees, really get a nicer twist, a longer twist. Or you could be standing a bit more up straight with the knees and do short, sharp shock version. Really massaging into the gut and the lower back and the kidneys. Breathing out. Relax. Any muscles you don't need to use, don't use them. So, let's finish off with a couple of really good fire breaths. So, I'm going to put our hands on our belly just to see where our stomach is and feel where the abdominals are. You're going to suck in just to feel where they are and relax. Suck in, relax. Now we know where they are. We just want to contract quickly, and it's going to fire air out of our nose. So simply just drop down through the knees a little bit, give space for the pelvis to go again. Tilt, relax, and then that was one. Fully relax after each one. Once you've got the rhythm, you can go a bit faster. Cardiovascular version. Hands up here. Creates tension across the front here. You end up using more of the upper abdominals here a bit more, or noticing them more. And then let's finish off with release, lion's breath, letting go of negative emotion build up. So all we're going to do is breathe in and then stick our tongue out and breathe out and roar. Nice big strong tongue. Let it all go. Okay, So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I mentioned before, this can be the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what's possible with the in a short space of time with lymphatic health exercise movements and breathing and flowing. It may be all you need if you have plenty of health activities going on in your life, but it also doesn't fully, this 20 minutes, the class doesn't fully cover a recommended daily amount of movement throughout the day. So if you think you need more motivation to move or want to understand more about breathing and mindfulness techniques, or if you are feeling down, stressed, fatigued, or in pain, or don't know what to do about it, or if you don't think you have enough time for exercise, I'm here for one-to-one online consultation on these things. There's a booking button on my Facebook page, or just send me any questions. And finally, information is knowledge, knowledge is understanding, understanding is power to manage your health. So please help the project survive, donations from those who can afford, reviews, liking and sharing for those who can and can't afford, feedback and questions to help improve and strengthen and develop the project, and all links in the description of the video coming soon on my page. See you tomorrow or next time. Thank you very much.